Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered, how much time do I really have left? Not in a fearful way, but with a quiet sense of curiosity. After all, something changes after you hit 70. Time feels more valuable. Every morning, cup of tea, every walk, every phone call with a friend, it all starts to mean more. And here's the honest truth. Your body is already whispering clues about your future. Not in dramatic ways, but through small, steady signals. These signs don't come wrapped in mystery. They're backed by real science. And if you know how to listen, they can give you a powerful head start on living not just longer, but better. So in this video, we're going to talk about 7 clear, science-based signs that can predict how long you may live after 70. Not vague guesses, not internet myths. These are real indicators that researchers, doctors, and aging specialists have studied in people who live long, vibrant lives. We'll also talk about what you can do to improve your odds, starting today. Let's dive right in with one of the most surprising signs, and it starts with something as simple as how you move through the world each day. Let's talk about your walking speed. You might think of walking as just walking, something automatic, but science says otherwise. Your walking pace after 70 can actually predict your overall life expectancy. Sounds dramatic? Well, researchers from several major universities, including studies published in medical journals like JAMA, have found that older adults who walk faster tend to live longer than those who walk more slowly. Why? Because walking isn't just about your legs. It's a window into your heart, lungs, brain, muscles, and even your coordination. When you walk at a brisk, steady pace, it tells us that your systems are working together. Your muscles are strong enough, your heart's pumping efficiently, your balance is stable, your brain is firing in sync, and all of those things matter deeply when it comes to longevity. Think about someone you know who still walks with purpose. Maybe it's your friend Henry, who still does laps around the park every morning. Or maybe it's you, keeping up with the grocery list, the grandkids, and your neighbors down the street. Now compare that to someone who started to slow down, not because they're lazy, but because they tire more easily. Their steps are shorter. They pause more often. They sometimes feel unsure crossing the street or walking up a curb. It's not just a slower pace. It's a sign the body is starting to struggle. Here's the good news. Your walking speed isn't set in stone. In fact, it's something you can improve, often within just a few weeks. Try walking for 10 to 15 minutes a day, focusing not just on moving, but moving with intention. Keep your posture upright, swing your arms gently, take confident steps. If it feels hard, that's okay. Start small. Even walking back and forth across your room or up and down the hallway builds strength. The key is consistency, not intensity. And if you keep at it, your body begins to adapt. You'll feel more stable, your breathing improves, your energy picks up, and before long, you're moving through life more easily and living more fully. Now, let's move from your feet to your hands. Specifically, your grip. You may have noticed it. Jars feel harder to open. Holding a heavy pan feels like a chore. You drop things more easily than before. It might not seem like a big deal, but grip strength is actually one of the strongest indicators of overall health in old age. Why does it matter so much? Because your hands are connected to your entire muscular system. When grip strength fades, it often means muscle mass is fading too. And when muscle mass goes, so does your resilience. Your ability to bounce back from illness, stay independent, avoid falls, and even recover from surgeries or stress. Research shows that a strong grip correlates with lower risk of stroke, heart disease, and cognitive decline. It's like a health report card hiding in plain sight, right in your handshake. Now imagine 2 men, William and Charles, both 75. William still works in his garden, carries his groceries without help, and opens a pickle jar like a champ. Charles, on the other hand, has started avoiding heavier tasks. He struggles with bottle caps. He winces when holding a full kettle. Charles isn't just losing strength, he's losing part of his independence. But there's hope. Grip strength is one of the easiest things to improve, and you don't need a gym. A simple tennis ball can be a great tool. Squeeze it 10 to 15 times in each hand, once or twice a day. You can also use hand grippers or carry small bags while walking. Every bit helps. Strengthening your hands strengthens your confidence. It says, "I'm still here, I'm still strong." And that message echoes throughout your entire body. So take a moment, clench your fist, feel that power. It might be more important than you think. Let's continue. Our third sign is one that most people don't think about until it starts causing real trouble: your ability to balance. Yes, just balance. Standing on one leg might seem like a silly game for kids, but after 70, it becomes a powerful health indicator. Can you lift one foot and hold still for 10 seconds without wobbling? That small test reveals a lot. Studies have shown that people who can't balance well are more likely to experience serious health issues, including falls, injuries, and even cognitive decline. Why? Because balance requires cooperation from many systems: your muscles, your eyes, your inner ears, your brain. If one piece starts to weaken, the whole puzzle can fall apart. Balance isn't just physical, it's neurological. So when balance is declining, it may signal deeper concerns. But here's the encouraging part. Like walking speed and grip strength, balance is trainable. You're not stuck with what you've got today. Try this. Stand near a wall or a sturdy chair. Gently lift one foot off the ground and see how long you can hold it. Even 5 seconds is a start. With practice, you'll build up time. You can also do heel-to-toe walks across the room or gentle Tai Chi movements. Anything that helps reconnect your brain and body. Improving your balance means fewer falls, fewer hospital visits, and more freedom to move through the world without fear. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself at this stage of life. If you're still here and finding this helpful, take a second to let me know in the comments by typing, "Still with you at 70 plus." It's always wonderful to hear from you. Now, let's keep going, because there's more to discover about what your body is trying to tell you about the life you still have ahead. Now that we've talked about stress, let's turn to something that many people underestimate, but might just be the most powerful predictor of how long and how well you live after 70. It's not a pill, it's not a diet, and it's not something you can buy. It's your relationships, your social connections. I want you to take a moment and think about the people in your life. Who do you talk to regularly? Who makes you laugh? Who checks in when they haven't heard from you? Maybe it's a friend, a sibling, one of your children, or even the neighbor who always waves when you get the mail. Or maybe that list has gotten smaller over the years. And if it has, I want you to know this: you're not alone. Many older adults quietly slip into social isolation without realizing it. Friends move away, family gets busy, loved ones pass. The phone rings less, days grow quieter. But the science is clear, and it's powerful. Seniors with strong, meaningful social ties live longer, stay healthier, and are far less likely to develop conditions like depression, heart disease, or cognitive decline. In fact, loneliness has been shown to be as damaging to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Let that sink in. Now let's picture two women, Dorothy and Jean, both 78. Dorothy lives alone, but her days are far from empty. She calls her sister every morning. She goes to a local knitting group twice a week. She volunteers at a community center and never misses her Saturday coffee date with her childhood friend. Jean, meanwhile, also lives alone, but she rarely goes out. Her calls are mostly from telemarketers. She scrolls through social media, but doesn't interact much. She hasn't had a meaningful conversation in days, maybe weeks. Dorothy's connections give her energy, joy, and a sense of purpose. Jean's isolation slowly chips away at her mental sharpness, her motivation, and even her physical well-being. You see, being social isn't about having a crowd around you. It's about feeling connected, feeling seen, feeling like you matter to someone, and that someone matters to you. So ask yourself, who can I reach out to today? It could be someone you've lost touch with, or someone who might be just as lonely as you are. Maybe it's time to finally join that book club, walking group, or gardening circle you've thought about. Or simply start with a handwritten letter. A phone call, a smile to a neighbor. If you have strong social ties, nurture them, cherish them, let them know you're grateful. And if you feel your circle shrinking, don't be ashamed. Don't retreat. This is your opportunity to rebuild it. Even small steps make a difference. One kind conversation, one shared laugh, one warm memory. Because in the end, it's not just the years in your life that matter, but the life in your years. And life feels fuller when it's shared. Now, let's take a deep breath and reflect on what we've uncovered together. You've just learned about 7 powerful, science-backed signs that can give you insight into how long you might live after 70. Your walking speed, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, appetite, ability to manage stress, and the strength of your relationships. But here's what matters most. None of these signs are fixed in stone. You're not trapped by genetics. You're not limited by your past. Every single one of these areas can be improved, starting with small daily choices. Maybe you begin by walking a little farther each day. Maybe you commit to calling one friend every week. Maybe you drink more water, practice deep breathing, or finally ask your doctor about the sleep problems you've been ignoring. Whatever you choose, don't underestimate the power of starting. Because progress doesn't come from giant leaps. It comes from gentle steps taken consistently. And here's something else I want you to remember. You are not defined by your age. You are not a number. You are a full, vibrant human being with wisdom, stories, strength, and the power to change your life at any age. The world still needs you. The people around you still need your smile, your advice, your presence. And you still have time. Not just to live, but to thrive. So before we end, I'd love to hear from you. What was the one sign in this video that spoke to you the most? Was it sleep? Balance? Connection? Type it in the comments. I read every one. And your story might inspire someone else watching right now. And if you found this video helpful or comforting in any way, please hit that like button. It helps more people find this message. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I'd be honored if you joined our little community here. Click that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a video that supports your journey. We're here to help you live better, not just longer. And as always, thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Here's to your health, your happiness, and your beautiful life at any age. We'll see you in the next video.